Okay, so let's go over how to set up the match rotation once you become a super admin. This list over here is all the possible game types that you can select from, and you can manually edit them. If you go into the config folder, there is a game type list.config. Here's the list of the config file. The only thing to keep in mind is that if you want to add new ones, you have to have the playlist number and then the playlist name. So Team Deathmatch being 1, etc. down. Likewise, for the map list, you can edit the map list. And this has 3 parts. It has the English name, or the name that you see in all the game titles, etc. You have the name that the servers use to tell which map it is. So call it the not clean name. And then an abbreviation, 2 letters, that is different than any other map in the list. And this is there for the super admin rotation. And it's not very important to know, but if you were to add a new map, then you'd have to use a 2-letter combination that's different than these. So to simply add a game type, you select a game type and then a map, and add match is enabled, so we add the match. Go through and we can add a bunch of these. Now the one thing that we have to be careful of is we can't add a match that has the same map running twice in a row. So if we try to add Summit again, we get an error saying that we can't do this. The way that the Lucky Rcon works to move to the next map or the next match in the rotation is it sees when there's a map change. So if we have the same map twice in a row, there won't be a map change to signify to move to the next element. So there's a bunch of checks, not only in how to add the match, but if we remove a match so that the 2 that were on either side would be the same. Also moving things around, there's checks. So if we have a bunch of matches, let's say we want to move one up, we can click the up. So now if we want to move some items down, we can hit the down arrow. If we want to update a specific match, so say we want to change the game type to capture the flag on Crisis, click update match, updates this match. Removing, same idea, just click remove. If we want to move the list so that the item selected is the first on the list, we can click bring to top, and it just rotates all the maps so that this one's on the top now. So this is great if you're running the same rotation and you keep having to restart it, but you don't want to start on the first map, you want to start somewhere in the middle. That makes it very easy to do. To show players on the server what game type and what map is coming up next, we have the custom string underneath the game type list, and so this can be customized to whatever you want. If you want to have the game type in the string itself, you put bracket game and bracket, and for map you just put bracket map and bracket. There's also context menus where we can go and enter custom strings for the colors, so it's very easy to do, as they were in the other menus. Then there's the delay, so how long before the next message comes up about the next map. So if you want this to be every 2 minutes as it is default, just have 120 seconds. If you want to change that, you can. Once you have this all set up, you simply click start rotation, and this will disable everything that's in the form, so you can't touch the list, and it will run this after the current map that's on the server finishes. If you have the rotation that you want to set in stone, then you can click Save Rotation and just give it a file name. I would suggest for the admins of the server that if they want to have a specific rotation, that they should disperse the MAR file to the rest of their clan so that they can all have it, and it's very easy to load, which can be done if you just click Load Rotation. Since we have matches in the list, it warns us that if we load it, we'll remove the current rotation. That's fine. So we go into our configs folder, and since I had a couple already set up, I'll try the S&D demo mix. And so this just alternates S&D and demolition, and it goes through all the maps in the game. So that'll do it for the match rotation. Up next is message rotation.